Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Paul with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday morning, July 7th. Hope you're all having a great day. It is the Tuesday morning trade with Paul. My goal is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping people become financially independent by teaching them how to trade using our proprietary indicators and with company money. With that, let's get going. Let's start with the disclosure. This trade is for educational purposes only. All information is given as speculative and involves risk. This trade should be examined and taken from a personal evaluation. All attendees agree that by watching that any trades he or she makes was of individual influence based on personal evaluation of the market. This webinar's intention is to demonstrate a method that can be used to help make an evaluation of the current market. No past, present, or future incomes have been made or relied upon prior to this meeting. It is always good as a new trader to trade with other people and in a group and continue to pick up tips and tricks from other traders. So we have a whole schedule of live trades in addition to this one. If you are light, you've got the light schedule. If you are post-light, you've got the MIT, AIT, Advanced Member Meeting. If you'd like even more trades, you can subscribe to the On It. Back to the basics on Saturday for more skill, and that's actually an opportunity since the market's closed. If you have specific questions on things, that's a good place to get those questions answered. And then we also have the Thursday tip-top trade. Refer a friend and get to come get another trade from us. All right. And again, the Thursday tip-top trade, Thursday at 11:30. We rotated between myself, Phil, John, and Eileen. So if you've got a friend, introduce them, share the good fortune that you have trading. And with that, I have a daily trade routine. I start by almost like a pilot's checklist. I go through and make sure that everything's in line before I start. First, I want to make sure I'm connected to the internet, so it's green up here. I want to make sure I've got a live, my account is live versus being back in time when it's red, live when it's green. CoinEx, let's make sure CoinEx is live, and I know it's live because I can see the numbers moving here. Plus down here in this corner, it's that's moving. So I've got a live chart. Review of yesterday's trade. Last week, since we only get together once a week, we took a thick orange line trade for 5 pips on the USD CHF, and it did indeed close. In this session, I really focus in on two of the signals that we use. These are the signals. One is called the thick orange line trade, and the other is the 10-point trade. Most of my trades are off of the signal from the 10-point trade. That is what I primarily trade with. And I'm a singles hitter. I go for 10 pips at a time usually. Every once in a while I will go for more, but basically I'm trying to get my 10 pips at a time, and I'm looking to score 30 pips a day. Anything above that's gravy. Usually once I hit that, I quit unless I see a really terrific signal. And that usually takes me less than a couple hours a day. In fact, I've already got my 30 pips between last night's trade and a couple trades I've already taken. So let us keep going. Review fundamental analysis. We are technical traders. The indicators are good at picking up price action. That's when the price is changing, and we are able to catch the turns because of the natural movement or the up and down of the movement of the price action. So with that, we always like to start by taking a look and see if there's any news that might impact a currency pair. And we do that by going to Forex Factory. Forexfactory.com gives a news feed based on news items that might impact currency. And it breaks it down into three types. Yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. High impact, we expect it to move the market. And if we see anything that is red or high impact, we stay away from trading that currency. I like to stay away 2 hours before. I don't want to be sitting on a position when the news items hits, because I can't predict what's going to happen. Phil had said something actually interesting last week, which was if he sees two oranges at the same time on an item, he will stay away from that also. I've been monitoring that that's probably a pretty good idea. If there are multiple oranges, they may also have an impact. So right now, if we look through this, it's all low impact stuff for the rest of the day. So we've got nothing to worry about there. So now we will go and take a look at our charts and see what we have available for trades. So we're going to start with the 10-point trade. 10-point trade, we take a look at we start with the majors and minors. I am looking for a situation where we're oversold or overbought. And if we are oversold, I'm looking for everybody pointing up and a double cross. And here I've got everybody pointing up and a double cross just entering the channel. So I've got 3 points. 1 for being oversold, 2 for pointing up, 3 for double cross. So 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I'm going to pop up to my TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are moving in the right direction. So the 2 orange lines are moving up, which means up. The 2 blue lines are moving down, which means down. And so I've got 4 points here. I want a minimum of 3, but I have 4. So that's even better. So 4 here, 3 here. I go down to the pressure. I've got down pressure, but I've got green just crossed on top. With green on top, I get a point for that. So I have 8 points here. 8 points, that looks like a pretty good trade. Let us take a look at the full chart. With the full chart, I want to know where my support and resistance are. So one of my charts, I have a clean chart that just shows me the price action movement. I already have my support and resistance on this. So I want to know how much room do I have to the top here. So right now I've got about 6 pips going up till I hit that line. All right, so 6 pips there, and I've got this is a small resistance. I've got 5 pips down. All right, so 6 pips up. On my 2-hour chart, I've got everybody pointing up. I've got mixed on the TNT. I've got down pressure. On the 30-minute, I am oversold. I've got sideways pressure with green on top, and the lines are diverging. On the 5-minute, I have up pressure, and I am over bought. On the 2-hour, the minors have started to cross. The majors aren't there yet. And on the day chart, I've got strong up pressure still. On the 2-hour, I've got sideways pressure. Sideways pressure generally means retracement. What retracement means is I will come back and mimic the candle in front of it. So if I were to come back and mimic the candle in front of it, there are 30 pips there. All right, I do like this as a buy. Let's take a look at the Echo. I've got green all the way down to the 60 and then red post 60. If this were all green, I would like it more. But by having this the 60, 120, and 240 red, I'm going to take less pips than I might normally take. So let's go back and take a look. I know we've got 6 pips to here. I'm just trying to decide whether we can get more out of it. Let's go ahead and take a 6-pip buy right now. So I go to trade. I've got the Euro USD chart already open. New order. I am going to check my symbol, check my volume. I am generally going to take, a company calls it 1%. It's technically not 1%. But I move my decimal place over 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a 0.82 based on the size of this demo account. And I am going to take a buy. I do my transaction in 2 steps. So first I execute the buy. It records it under the chart, gives me all the details regarding the buy, but I need to tell the broker where I want my stop loss and take profit. So here I am going to go to right click, go to modify. I want 6 pips. So I put 661, which is 6.1 pips. I press the blue. That figures out the math. Right now, let's put in 4 times, so that's 240. 240, but I'm going to go back and take a look at the chart. Usually on the euro dollar, I use a wider stop loss spread, but we'll use the 240 for now. And let's go back and take a look. Normally on my chart, I want to be 2 support and resistances below. So here's one support. Here's a second support. So I want to be somewhere down around here. So I want to be at 1237. So let's go back and adjust that stop loss to 1237. Modify, and I'm going to 1237. And you can see it's down here. So that and it hasn't hit this price in 2 days, so I'm happy with that. On my trades, if it's a pair I'm familiar with, and I only trade pairs that I'm familiar with for the most part, except on the Tuesday morning trade, because we're looking for trades, I want I don't want to get stopped out. I want to keep the money in my pocket, and as I'm familiar with the pair, I'm more confident that if it's going to be able to come back to that price if I read the signal wrong. So all right, so we've got one trade there. Let's keep going and see what else we've got. Now the only other thing is this worth more? Let's just take what we have and keep going and see if we come up with something else. Pound dollar. We are more than midway through the channel. If this were a little further down, I might consider taking it, but he's already almost 3/4 of the way. The green's actually already touching the line, and the red is past the halfway mark. So it's too far into the move to catch it. AUD USD. Oversold, pointing up, double crossed, 3 points. The two oranges are going up, the two blues are going down. So that's 4 points there, 3 points here, green on top, and spreading. So we have another, we've got 8 points here, so we've got another setup. Let's see if I've got AUD USD. Here he is. Open them up. So now I need to take a look at the full chart to figure out what the value is. How many pips can I get out of this? And to do that, I need to take a look at where my support and resistance is and how much distance I have to it. And I want to see what the other charts are showing me. We don't need this line anymore. So we've got about 16 pips up, 20 pips down. We are trading in a, well, we had an uptrend here. And we had an uptrend here for the past week. And now, the last few days, it seems to have broke the trend, broke out of this trend. And it looks like we're trading into a downtrend today actually. It's broken that downtrend, it's broken that uptrend. And this is, why is this? Anybody remember? There was some news here this morning. So whatever this was, let's see, when the AUD, when this goes down, that makes the AUD stronger. So there was some news that was positive for the AUD. We would expect, when we have a news item that does this, that there be some retracement. Oops. We'll put him back here. So we were up here. And that retracement, this is a Fibonacci. I would expect that retracement to come back to the 38% mark. That's exactly where our resistance line is. And that was 20 pips up. Oops. That was 16 pips up. So now let's take a look at the other charts, at what they're telling me. 2-hour chart, we've got the minors pointing up, majors are just about there. I've got down pressure on the 30-minute. We're going up through the channel, sideways pressure with green on top. The 5-minute, it's coming down, sideways pressure with red on top. The day, We've got up pressure, but red is just about crossing. Uh, uh, so that isn't, I don't like that. The 4 hour oversold. We don't quite have as much commitment as we have on the 2 hour. Downward pressure, big gap. The big gap again suggests retracement. I like this for 10 pips up. 10 pips up. So let's go ahead and take a 10 pip up trade. Take a 10 pip up trade. I first open the chart, AUD USD. I don't have the AUD USD chart opened. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And where is my, oh, there it is. I look AUD USD, he's right here. I open him up. I've got templates because I don't like that, look. And I am going to go ahead and take a new order. Check my symbol, check my volume, 0.82. It is a market buy. I want it for 10 pips. So I go down, I highlight it by clicking anywhere along the line, right click, modify. I am going to make this for 10 pips. 10 pips is 100 points. And for now, we're going to put 4 times in there. We'll go back and take a look and adjust it. When I click the red, it does the math for me and fills it in. When I click the blue, it does the math and fills it in. And I pop it in there. Let us we don't need this guy right now. We don't need this guy right now. So that we see the 2 open trades that we have. Let me go back and I want to double check where my stop loss is. My rule is I want to be 2 support and resistances away. So here's 1 support. Here's the second support. So I'm going to go down just a little bit below that second support and say go to 68681. So 68681. Modify. And I'm going to change this to 68681. All right, let's take a look and see if we have any thick orange line trades. Now, this trade might take, it's evening time in Australia. So this trade may take a few hours. You know, we may not get it toward the end of the day for this trade to close. But based on this, based on what we're seeing here, I expect it to go up through the channel and for us to be able to get the 10 pips out of it. And we took a little less. We took a little less than we took a little less than what the chart was showing us because we broke out of this trend. So now we're trading into a downtrend. When I trade into a downtrend, I don't take as many pips on the way up if I'm trading against the trend, which we are. So I took 2/3 instead of taking the 16 pips. I only took 10 pips. And let's see if we've got a thick orange line, a 10-point trade real quick. 10-point trade, I am looking for, I start with the TNTs and I look for what this number is. I want either a 0 or a -100, or within 10 points of either. 0, yes, part 1. To confirm it, I want all the lines up here. I want to confirm that we're overbought. We're not. fact, we've got a buy here. So even though this is at 0, we still have a buy. Minus 12, no. 0, yes. But all my lines are down here. I want them up here. Minus 98, yes. That's within 10 points of minus 100, but all my lines are up here. Minus 93, yes. All my lines are up here. Minus 100, yes. But again, my lines are just midway through the channel. So they've got a little bit of movement to go. In fact, we've got a bunch of good trades this morning. This is a good trade. USD CHF, USD JPY is a good trade. Everybody pointing down, 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 up 3 of the 4, red on top. This is halfway through, 2 downs, 2 ups, so 4 points here, red on top and diverging, so they're all good. Had we had more time, what I would have maybe done is tried to pick the best of them, since they've all got the USD in them. I don't want to overload my trades with USD trades. Let's see if we get something else on one of these others for a thick orange line for a quickie. Minus 42, no. 23, no. 34. Again, I'm looking for 0 or minus 100. Minus 94. Yes. All 4 lines below. Yes. This is good for good for 5 pips. So let's go ahead and take it. AUD NZD. Again, my only concern is it's evening time there, so the volume is going to be kind of slow. Let's actually take a look at what the thing I don't like about AUD NZD is the spread is usually large, and the spread's 1.5 for 1.5 on 5 pips. It's almost 2. It's actually two pips here on a 5 pip trade. I don't want to give 40% away to the broker. So we're going to pass on that one. 0, yes, but my lines are down here. I want them up here. Minus 22, no. Minus 20, no. Minus 90, yes, but my lines are in the middle of the channel versus down, oversold. No, no, yes. NZD CHF, but my lines are oversold, not overbought, and minus 1 on let's see here, CAD CHF, minus 2 overbought. Let's actually take a look and see what the spread is here. If the spread is 1 or less, we'll take that. CAD CHF, and the spread is 0.9. So let's go ahead and take that. We're going to take 0.82, and we are going to take a sell. Oh, shoot. What did I do? I went too fast. So that's going to kill my account. I should normally just close that, but we're going to just go ahead and take our 5 pips. So 5 and 200, and I want to make sure I get my full 5 pips. So I am going to just double check the math. I got in at 69.57. It is a sell, so I'm going to go to 69.52. So I'm just going to adjust this. 52.6. And we'll wait. Let's see what we've got for questions. How long would I expect the Euro USD to take to close? Between 1 and 3 hours. Between 1 and 3 hours, I would expect to close. All right. Any other questions, gang? We are at our at our time. The clock just changed. Another thing, when the clock changes, we can, where is that, CAD, CHF. I look to see this number change by 10. Some people actually wait until the hour changes to see this change by 10. It did. You see it was at -3 at the top of the hour. Now it's -16, so it moved by 13. So that's telling me it's going to start to come down. So that's another indication that that was an okay trade. All right, gang. Appreciate you being here. If you need anything, text me, call me. We're here to help and make you a good trader. All right, great. Thanks.